Good morning, everyone. How are you? I hope you are fine. So, students, I think that you have completed already the holiday homework which I had given, and already we have completed that is land resource in the last class, that is from chapter number 2. And today we are going to discuss about the next the second natural resource, which is called as soil resource. It is also one type of natural resource. Why is it called as natural resource? Because it is also formed by the natural process. Here one interesting thing, that some human interference is there at the time of formation of soil, but all over soil is formed by the natural process. That's why it is called as natural resource. Why is it called as resource? Later we will discuss. So what I have told student, today we are going to discuss about the soil resource. In the last class we already discussed about the land resource. It is also one type of natural resource, and today we are going to discuss the second natural resource, that is soil resource. So first of all, let us see that what is the meaning of the word soil. The word soil is derived from a Latin word. What is the Latin word? That is solum. From which Latin word the word soil is derived? That is solum. So what is soil? There is a so many type of confusion present, and that someone is thinking that soil and land both are same, but it is not true. There is a difference present, that soil means it is a part of land where plants are grown, and land means what? The solid lithosphere. Clear? So what I have told, that land means it is the solid lithosphere, that means total lithosphere which is in solid form, that is also called as land. But in this land, that the only the topmost layer of this land which is loose, and also which has so many nutrients, and also it supports the growth of plants, that is only called as soil. Clear? So only the upper surface, which is the topmost layer of the land, and which is loose, and also which is containing so many nutrients, humus, and also it supports the growth of plants, that is called as soil. So difference is clear. So land means total lithosphere which is in solid form, and in this land only the upper part or topmost layer, that is called as soil. So soil is the part of land, soil is the part of land. Clear? Now come to the definition. What is the definition? So definition is, soil is the upper weathering layer. Now the question, that why is it written weathering layer? Because the soil is formed by the weathering process. So in the next slide, that when I will discuss about the formation of soil, at that time I will discuss in detail what is the meaning of the word weathering and how does weathering affect the soil formation. So what is the first definition? Soil is the upper weathering layer of the solid earth's crust. That I have already given you the hint in easy way, that solid earth crust, which is also called as land, and on this land, that only topmost layer, this topmost layer is called as soil. That is written here in easy way. That is the meaning. Soil is the upper weathering layer. Why is it weathering layer? Because it is formed by the weathering process. Weathering means breaking of rocks by temperature, by pressure, by rainfall, and also different type of chemical reaction. Side by side also different type of plants and animals are responsible for the breaking of rocks. Clear? That is called as weathering. So soil is formed by the weathering process mainly. There are so many other processes present, but mainly by the weathering process. That's why soil, here it is written upper weathering layer. Why is it called as upper? Because I have already told that soil is the uppermost layer of the earth crust or the land. So this definition is given by whom? Raman. Next, that is second number good definition. Soil is a loose surface material. That also I already told. Loose surface material consisting of two types of components, organic, inorganic, and where plants are grown. That I have already told. Clear? Now come to the next. Here take a look, this diagram, that is the total soil. So it has that is what humus, topmost layer is made up of, or that is consisted of humus. Humus means it is the part of plants and animals, but that is what the dead bodies of plants and animals decomposed mixed with the soil, that is called as humus. Decaying parts, decomposed parts of dead bodies of plants and animals, that is called as what? Humus. Clear? And then second layer, that is topsoil. Then third layer, first layer is topsoil, second layer is that is subsoil, third layer is weathered rock, and fourth layer is bedrock. This one we will discuss later in detail. Let us move to the next. Now let us see that I have already told in the beginning that we will discuss why soil is considered as an important resource. I have told why soil is considered a natural resource, because it is mainly formed by the natural process. Though there are human interference present, after that also it is mainly formed by the natural process, so it is called as natural resource. Now let us find out here why is it called as a resource. First of all, it is a medium of plant growth. That means I have already told in the beginning that means just last slide there I have already told that soil supports the plant growth, or plants are growing where? On the soil. That's why it is written it is a medium of plant growth. Second number point, it supports different types of living organisms. It supports what? Different types of living organ. Here off is missing, that is typing mistake. It supports different types of living organisms. That means it is not only giving the shelter to the plants, but also animals are living. Different type of animals, you know, they are living where? In the soil. You can guess who are they. So that's why it is written. Third number, it is the base of crop cultivation. That means if you want to do crop cultivation like rice cultivation, wheat cultivation, whatever, at that time we need at first, that is good fertile soil. Soil is required at first. It is the pillar of the crop cultivation. Fourth number, it decides the economic activities of any place. That means if you want to do any that is thing, you want to do crop cultivation, you have to search at first suitable ideal soil. You want to do that is the activity related to the making of bricks, because we know bricks are made by that is soil. So there also, that's why it is written it decides the economic activities of any place. It is also, that's why it is called as resource, because we have already discussed in chapter number 1, resource means which can satisfy our needs. So take a look, soil is satisfying what type of needs? It helps in the growth of the plants, it is providing shelter to the animals also, it is the base for crop cultivation, and also it supports different types of economic activities. That means it is fulfilling needs. That's why it is called as resource. Now come to the next, soil forming process. Here we will discuss what is called as weathering. So take a look, this is one that is diagram drawn by pencil, that's why it is not clear, so try to understand. I am trying to zoom it. So take a look, soil forming process, how the soil is being formed. This thing we have to find out. First of all, you should know that soil is formed from a rock. From which thing it is formed? That is from rock. And the rock from which a soil is formed, it is called as what? Parent rock. What is the name of this rock? Parent rock. Because from this rock a particular type of soil is formed. As for example, there is one soil present that is called as black soil. Why is it called as black soil? Later we will discuss in detail types of soil at that time. So now just try to understand that black soil means what? Black soil means it is in black color, it is suitable for cotton cultivation. That's why black soil is also called as black cotton soil. Now if you ask the black soil that from which rock you have that you are originated, then this black soil will give you the answer that it is originated from a rock, igneous rock, and the name is basalt rock. What is the name of this rock? Basalt rock. So now you tell me that who is the parent rock of black soil? Think? Yes, you were right. That is basalt rock. Basalt rock is the parent rock of black soil. Why? Because black soil is formed from the basalt rock, and which is an igneous rock. Clear? So always remember, from a rock soil is formed. So here in the first, that is rock present, and this rock is going through a process which is called as what? Weathering. Weathering means what? By different type of weather elements like temperature, like rainfall, and what is going, that is also by pressure, atmospheric pressure. At first some breaks, some cracks are generated. Take a look in the second, that is cracks are generated. These cracks are the result of which thing? That is weathering. That means breaking of rocks. It is the beginning of breaking of rocks. Then along these cracks, gradually this rock will break into small particle. Take a look. This total rock, due to the crack, broken into smaller particles. Clear? These smaller particles are called as weathered material. Again I am telling. Take a look. That first of all, one rock is there. It is also called as parent rock. Of which soil? This soil only. Each and every soil has, that is parent rock. Like I have told, black soil has basalt, like that other soil has other type of parent rock. So this rock at first, due to the weathering, that is cracks are generated in this rock. Then gradually this rock broken into smaller particles, and these smaller particles are called as weathered materials. Then when this rock is broken into smaller particle, that is called as what? Weathering. So weathering completed now. When rock is broken into smaller particle, that is called as what? Weathering. But after that, when these smaller particles are transported from one place to another place, then it is called as what? Transportation, movement of something. So here these smaller particles transported from one place to another place. Gradually these smaller particles which are transported started to deposit here. That is started to deposit layer by layer, and then this is called as deposition. This process is called as what? Deposition, because the weathered materials transported and then get deposited, and then this process, it is called as what? Deposition. After the deposition, due to the physical and chemical, that is changes due to the heat and pressure, gradually these sediments, these are called as what? Sediments, converted into, that is what? Rock. This one. Take a look. That how many layers present? O, A, B and C. 4 layers present. But remember one thing, that these 4 layers are not available in each and every soil. When you will get these 4 layers? When you will see that a mature soil. Mature soil means the soil which has got enough time to be formed. That type of soil has 4 layers, O, A, B, C. These are not called as layers, these are called as horizon. Clear? And these layers are also called by different name: topsoil, subsoil, weathered rock, bedrock. Clear? So let us revise this thing. First of all, parent rock broken into smaller particles, and these smaller particles are called as weathered materials. So this is called as weathering. After that, these smaller particles transported to a different place, and that is called as transportation. And then after transportation, these smaller particles get deposited. This process is called as what? Deposition. And then gradually, due to the physical and chemical changes and heat and pressure, these total deposited materials converted into a soil. And if this soil is mature soil, then it has 4 horizons: O, A, B and C: topsoil, subsoil, weathered rock and bedrock. Weathered rock and bedrock. Clear? So that is the soil forming process, formation of soil. Now come to the next. So what are the processes involved for the formation of soil? 1, 2 or 3 processes I have already told. Can you find out which 3 names I have already told in the last slide? Weathering I have told, transportation I have told, deposition I have told. I have not told about erosion and humification. So weathering means I have told when a rock breaks into smaller particles, that means breaking of rocks. It is also called as disintegration. When a huge size rock block breaks into smaller particles, that is called as disintegration. Clear? Only breaking of rocks, but these breaking of rocks are not moving from one place to another place. In which process? Weathering. Weathering means only breaking of rocks into smaller particles but no movement. But when these weathered materials or broken particles started to move from one place to another place, that is called as what? Transportation. Clear? And next, that is what? Erosion. Erosion means what? Breaking of rocks, that means weathering plus transportation. So understood? That means there is no separate process. Just at first one rock will be broken into smaller particles, then these smaller particles will be transported to other place, is equal to erosion. Deposition I have already told. When these transported and eroded weathered materials get deposited at any place, that is called as what? Deposition. Get deposited, so it is called as deposition. And last one that I have not told that time, humification. Humification means it is the process of formation of humus. How humus is formed? First of all, the dead bodies of plants and animals get deposited on the top layer of the soil. Gradually their dead bodies come decomposed and mixed with the soil, and that is called as what? Humus. And this process of formation of the humus is called as humification. Now come to the next. So here another diagram is given, that is here also you can see that rock, this yellow color portion, that is rock, it is the parent rock. From this rock soil is formed. There are, that is, 2 types of soil. Here also soil is formed, here in this place also soil is formed, here also soil is formed. There you can see here already I have discussed. Now come to the next. Now let us see components of soil. What are the things present in a soil? I have already told in the definition there are 2 types of component present: organic, inorganic. But who are organic, who are inorganic? Let us find out. So in this pie chart you see that soil composition by volume. Here that is who are present: air present, water present, mineral present, organic materials present. Organic material means here I have given organic means humus, and other, that is air, water, mineral, they are called as inorganic. Clear? So take a look, 5% for organic material, that means humus, 20 to 30% that is air, 20 to 30% that is water, and 45% mineral. So that is the soil components. Now come to the next. Soil profile. So soil profile means this diagram already you have seen so many times in this today's discussion. So soil profile means that when you want to know that what type of soil, it is mature or immature. How can you find out it is immature or mature soil? I have already told, if any soil is matured, then it has how many horizons? 4 horizons. Who are they? O, A, B and C horizons. If it is immature soil, then it does not have all the horizons. Some horizons are missing. Clear? So you want to know also what type of materials are there, what type of color also, etc. So that's why if you want to know about soil, we have one process that we are vertically cutting the soil, and this vertical section is here. That is the diagram, that is vertical section. We have cut it vertically, and why? To study it in detail. So what is called a soil profile? Soil profile is the vertical section of the soil that depicts means it represents, it expresses, depicts all of its horizons. Clear? So soil profile means just to study about soil, we are cutting the soil vertically and then we are reading about it, we are studying about it, how many horizons are there, it is mature or immature, what type of nutrients are there, humus amount is sufficient or not, etc. We are trying to find out. That's why that soil profile is very important. Clear? So soil profile is nothing, it is the vertical section of the soil, just we are cutting the soil vertically to study about the soil, that is soil profile. So in each and every soil profile there are some horizons present. I have already told in mature soil 4 horizons present, but in immature soil some horizons are missing. Now come to the next, soil horizon. So already we discussed horizon means horizontal layers, and in a mature soil there are 4 horizons present, and each horizon differs from the other. Some horizon's color is very dark, someone's color is that is light, someone is having that is thick, that is thickness is more, someone's thickness is less, etc. That type of variation present, color is different, components also different, but there are 4 horizons present: O horizon, A horizon, B and C horizon, and these are also called by different name, that is topsoil, subsoil, weathered rock. Now the question here, that is why is it called as weathered rock, why it is not called as soil? Other layers are called as soil, only 2 layers are called as that is rock, because these are not till now in the final stage of soil formation. Till now so many particles are in the form of rock, these are not fully developed soil, that's why they are called as weathered rock. And last one is called as bedrock. Why is it called as bedrock? Because it is that is located where at last, and on this D layer other layers are lying down, that's why it is called as bed. Why is it called as bed, D horizon? Because it is located at last, it is the last horizon, and on this last horizon other horizons are located, other horizons are lying down, that's why it is called as bed rock. It is a rock and it is behaving like a bed because other layers are lying down, that's why. Clear? So topsoil often rich in humus and minerals, because top means their plants or animals are more, their dead bodies are decomposed, that's why humus amount is more. Subsoil poor in humus, it is a natural thing because subsoil is far away from the topmost layer. And weathered rock means, I have already told, it is not fully developed soil layer, till now so many rocks are there, and that's why it is called as weathered rock. And bedrock, that means it is in the that is form of rock, no such changes are there, only cracks are there, but it is still now in the form of rock. But why is it called as bedrock? Because other layers are lying down on this layer, that's why it is called as bedrock. Now come to the next, humus. What is humus? Already I told, just take a look. Humus means the dead and decayed, not only dead bodies, these dead bodies are decomposed mixed with the soil, that is called as what? Humus. The amount of humus varies from one soil to other, because it depends on the availability of plants and animals, growth of plants and animals. So if you will see that desert means number of plants and animals less, that's why the amount of humus is also less. But when you will go to the grassland, the land which is covered by grasses, there the amount of that is humus is more than the arid or desert soil, that is. And humus is mainly found where? On the top soil, because there the probability, or there that is what the plants and animals are growing, that's why. So dear students, today only this, it is not completed, there are so many topics are left, there are so many interesting things are left related to soil. Next day we will discuss. So if you have any problem, you that is send the query through the proper channel, and I will try to solve in the next video. Thank you.